Well, hello there, Guardians. My name is Pone, and today we have our first weapon review in Destiny. We're going to be focusing on the No Land Beyond primary exotic sniper rifle that was recently released in the Dark Below. Give me that two-piece. Nah, man. Give me all the head. I ain't even done with you, friends. Give me that final and third piece. Bam, there it is. So, how does the No Land Beyond keep up with the other snipers in the game? How does it keep up with the other primaries, seeing as how it's actually located in the primary class? Those are questions we're going to answer in this one. And what I like to do a little bit different than other people that do gun reviews is actually give you advice and tips on how to use the weapon versus, oh, this gun has this kind of rate of fire. All that stuff's going to be in here and more. So hopefully you enjoy, and if you do, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and also include what gun you would like to see next in the series. So, without that, now that this is the first episode, kind of had to get that out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about what this gun can do. So allow me to present you with the worst freaking skill tree I've ever seen on any weapon ever. Bold, underlined, ever. So, as you can see, it has 6 shots in the mag, it has kinetic damage, and it has primary care, allowing it to be equipped in the primary weapon slot. Now, in between the CQB and the soft ballistics, just pick one. Honestly, I don't think either one of them really matters. Avoid the accurize because you do not want the stability kind of getting in the way. Mulligan, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Lightweight because we need more useless things on this one. Snapshot's about the way to go in my honest opinion. And flared magwell is not too beneficial for this class. Last but not least, the Master. Increased precision damage. Kills briefly increased damage against next target. So, what does all of that mean? Now, what you have to understand about this weapon before we go any further is it chambers individual shots. It's a bolt action, meaning after every shot, it's got to load the next bullet into the chamber. So, with this, you have an extremely low rate of fire. In between each shot, it takes you, right, the animation you just saw, takes almost 3 seconds before you can fire your next shot. One thing I did learn to kind of break free of that is if you kind of start sprinting, you cancel the animation. Now, sometimes you could fire instantly after, like you can get a shot a second after you shoot your first one. Sometimes it works that way, and sometimes it doesn't. But either way, if you do that sprint and kind of cancel the animation, it still gives you enough time to line up the next shot to where you can actually fire. So that is one great tip I can give you guys, something that I learned personally about using this weapon. Does that save this weapon? No, this eternal damnation awaits this in the deepest, darkest pits of hell, where they're just forced to open legendary Ingrams with pre-patch Cryptarch and only roll blues. Like, this gun is hands down the worst gun probably in the game. Like, there is no other contest. The bad juju before the patch, no contest. That gun was a godsend compared to this one. So, back on track with the skill tree. As you guys know, with the CQB and all the other ones, you can pretty much pick either one of them. It doesn't really matter. Pick the one with the highest impact or range or whatever you're looking for in that weapon, because it really doesn't matter. The recoil and stability generally don't matter because you have to chamber each shot. So that entire part of the tree is completely useless. Step 1 over, mulligan. Why is that even on this weapon? It doesn't matter because, again, of the slow chambering process. The reload speed on this weapon is actually quite nice. So at no point is the mulligan actually a valuable asset to this weapon because of the slow rate of fire in it. You could reload quicker than you could chamber the damn thing. So mulligan is a useless perk to have on this skill tree. Moving on over to the next group of things. Agility. Exactly what we need for a sniper. That is extremely hard to use and cannot one-shot to the body. It can only kill via headshot. So, why is that on there? Moving on over to the next one. Snapshot, not half bad. Aiming down sight faster. High five. You got one right for once. And last but not least, the third tier on that one, the flared magwell. Needless to say, this thing already has a pretty solid reload speed, so there's no point in the first one or the third one. You need to go with snapshot. So, again, the amount of uselessness in these abilities, even for an exotic, is mind-blowing. Last but not least, the special ability for this weapon is the Master, allowing you to have increased precision damage, which is useful for PvE, kind of, sort of, maybe not really, let's lie about it. And I'm just done right now. Like, there's nowhere else to go with this outside of just say, I should have just summed this video up and made it a 4-second video saying this gun sucks, don't use it, and saved you all the time. So, as it stands right now, the Master is a useless perk for PvP. It does not one-shot to the body. The increased damage does not give you the ability to get that. So even if you do use it in PvE, which you shouldn't, because even with that precision damage involved, you still have guns like the Vision of Confluence and a handful of others that can actually pump out consistent damage over time with multiple shots versus one big, slow-ass, bulky shot. The gun is absolutely useless in almost every aspect of the game. So if you are to ever use it in PvP, there are about 2 ways that you can do that. You can go with the shotgun method, and what I mean by that is literally get in close quarters and shoot. Try to hit a body shot, try to no-scope, and then melee. Follow it up and use it just as you would a shotgun, because that's about the only value behind this weapon. It just takes too much time to chamber the next shot, so even if you do shoot somebody, hit a body shot, you're going to need to get to cover for a few minutes, bake a hot pocket, come back, and get your second shot in. So, how do you get this thing to be successful? You have to be an extremely skilled player. Headshots are the only way to make this gun work, and the only way that the average player is going to start nailing those consistently enough to actually enjoy using this weapon is if you sit back at medium to long range. And even at that point, you might as well use an actual sniper rifle in the special category, so you still have your primary one open for the last word, the regime, or any legendary of your choice, because this one replaces the primary. You remove that. So all your other options are, you have this sniper, which is horrible, and then you can pick a fusion rifle, shotgun, or another sniper to go alongside of this. Is kind of back-asswards in my opinion. So, does this gun actually have any real value? Kind of in certain situations. Example being fighting Atheon. Now, he has the precision area, his belly button, he's standing still, perfect chance for you to use this weapon and put some heavy damage inside of him. This thing does its best damage at precision shooting. It's a slow rate of fire, which is also, again, its biggest hindrance, but at the same time, this thing can put out some decent PvE damage, but you're probably better off shooting with many other weapons in the category. Again, it works, but it's still not the best choice you can use in that situation. So, the overall rating of the gun, a -1 out of 10. This gun is the worst gun that's ever been in the game, in my honest opinion. I heavily recommend you guys to never even bother using this until it is in fact buffed. Do not get rid of it. And I know you guys are going to be tempted to use it. You're going to have to figure it out firsthand exactly how bad it is. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to convince you to not use your new toy, but when you do find this thing in Crucible or Nightfall or something, congratulations, you found a pretty exotic shard. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, this gameplay does not really reflect what this gun is capable of. This is something I wouldn't be able to duplicate again very easily. So, this gun is extremely bad. Like, there's no nice way to put this. So, in summary, avoid it. Do not even bother using it. Just save it, put it in your vault until it's actually buffed and worth using. So thank you guys for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I'm planning on putting up the 4th Horseman tomorrow. And last but not least, big thank you to Severe for allowing me to use his account to get you guys this gameplay. So thank you to him. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video and to help my suffering to acquire said gameplay. And I will catch you. Ooh, look at that knife. Beep, beep. Anyways, yes, I will catch you on another video another time. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.